If you're thinking of moving in with your children, this might sting because sometimes love can ruin you. At 72, she thought she was choosing family over loneliness. She thought living with her children would mean comfort, safety, and laughter in her final years. Instead, she found herself trapped in quiet isolation, invisible in her own home. Her story is not rare. Across the world, thousands of seniors are discovering too late that moving in with their adult children isn't the blessing it's painted to be. It can be the slow erosion of independence, dignity, and control, hidden beneath the warm language of family support. For many older adults, the decision to move in with their children seems like the right thing to do. Rising living costs, medical bills, and loneliness pushed millions toward shared homes. And for adult children, inviting a parent in feels like a noble act, a way to repay years of care. But what happens when that arrangement begins to crack? Psychologists call it role reversal stress. When parents become the dependents and the emotional balance shifts, what once was home becomes a space of tension, unspoken resentment, and lost freedom. This video isn't about blaming families. It's about exposing what really happens behind closed doors when aging parents surrender everything. Their house, their privacy, their money, believing they're gaining love in return. What they often get instead is control, neglect, or even subtle forms of emotional abuse masked as care. When a parent moves in with their children, the lines between love and obligation blur. Suddenly, the parent who once made all the decisions becomes the one asking permission. Meals, routines, visitors, even small freedoms, are negotiated. The problem begins quietly. A lost key here. A "we'll handle your finances, Mom" there. The intention seems good, but the power dynamic changes. The parent becomes the dependent. The home they live in no longer feels like theirs. And there's another layer: guilt. Seniors often stay silent about their discomfort because they fear being seen as ungrateful. They tell themselves, "At least I'm not alone," while quietly mourning the life they used to live. It's a psychological trap, one that many fall into because they think dependence equals love. Let's unpack the 8 real reasons why moving in with your children can lead to loss, not gain. 1. Financial control. Often, adult children take over money management for convenience, but this can quickly spiral into financial dependence. Many seniors lose access to their savings, pensions, or property. Without realizing it, they've handed over their only safety net. Studies in elder psychology show that financial abuse is one of the most common forms of mistreatment among seniors living with family. 2. Loss of privacy. When you share a space, every choice becomes visible. What you eat, who visits, even how long you nap. Seniors accustomed to quiet autonomy find themselves monitored, corrected, and sometimes infantilized. "You don't need that much sugar." Or "Why are you watching TV again?" It's meant with care, but it strips away independence. 3. Role reversal. Parents become the children. They're told when to rest, what to spend, what's best for them. But losing the parental role can be devastating for identity. The human psyche thrives on purpose, and when that's gone, depression sets in. 4. Emotional neglect. Many families underestimate how lonely a parent can feel in a busy household. The children work, the grandkids go to school, and the elder spends long hours alone, overhearing laughter from another room but rarely included in it. It's a special kind of loneliness, being surrounded by people who don't see you. 5. Generational tension. Differences in habits, beliefs, and values quickly cause conflict. The older parent wants quiet. The younger family wants noise. The elder prefers tradition. The younger one values modernity. Soon, even small disagreements about cooking, religion, or discipline ignite emotional distance. 6. Healthcare dependence. While children may want to help, most aren't trained caregivers. The stress of managing medications, doctor visits, and emergencies can lead to resentment for both sides. Seniors feel like burdens. Children feel overwhelmed. 7. Legal and property entanglement. Many elders give up their homes to move in, selling or transferring ownership to a child for security. But once that's done, they lose not just their property, but their leverage. If conflict arises, they have nowhere else to go. And heartbreakingly, many are forced out when relationships sour. 8. Loss of identity. The final, most painful cost is invisible. The slow disappearance of self. Without a home, a private space, or control over daily life, seniors begin to fade. They no longer feel like the person they used to be, just a dependent, living on borrowed time in someone else's house. The breaking point often comes in silence. Maybe it's the day a parent realizes their old bedroom furniture was sold without asking, or the morning they overhear, "Mom's becoming too much work." That's when the truth hits. They didn't move into a home. They moved out of their life. One woman described it like this: "I feel like a guest who overstayed her welcome." Another said, "They love me, but I'm in the way." These words capture the emotional cost more than any statistic ever could. And here's the cruel irony. Many children aren't malicious. They're overwhelmed. They love their parents, but weren't prepared for how much emotional, financial, and physical energy elder care demands. What begins with good intentions turns into silent suffering, on both sides. So what's the solution? Not isolation, but boundaries. Seniors need to protect their independence before surrendering it. That means keeping financial control, maintaining personal space, and setting clear expectations before moving in. Legal agreements, written terms, or even just honest family meetings can prevent years of regret. Intergenerational living can work, but only when it's built on mutual respect, not guilt or obligation. It requires shared rules, separate spaces, and the understanding that love doesn't mean losing your autonomy. Growing old doesn't mean disappearing. The elderly deserve agency, privacy, and voice, not silent compliance. Because once freedom is gone, it's rarely returned. If you're a senior thinking of moving in with your kids, pause. Ask the hard questions now. What happens if things go wrong? Who controls the finances? Do you have privacy, or just permission? And if you're an adult child, listen with compassion, not assumption. Your parent isn't just aging, they're still living. Share this video with anyone considering the same move. It could save a lifetime of regret. Comment below with your thoughts. Have you seen this happen in your family? What would you do differently?